Hi, and welcome to the Insecure Chef. I'm here with Regina today on this crisp fall day. We're going to be doing Mexican carne asada. I'll be using skirt steak for that. The initial preparation will be essentially just the meat. It'll show you the marinade, and then I'll be marinating this overnight. So tomorrow we'll pick this video up, in which at that point I'm going to make a side dish of rice and beans, and we will finish the cooking process and the entire meal. So here in front of me I have and as always the recipe is on the channel. Here I have the skirt steak in front of me. This is about a ½ inch skirt steak. Think I might have been better, but it was the best I could find at the weight I was looking for. So it'll do okay. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be marinating this. So I'm going to be creating the marinade, sticking it in a plastic bag, and as I said, refrigerating it overnight. So we'll get started. The first ingredient I'm going to be putting in is lime juice. Again, this is for the weight I have here. This is about ½ a pound, maybe a bit more. Scale these ingredients up as necessary based on the weight of the meat you're using, because you want to make sure it gets covered. So I'm going to be using, in this case, about 1.5 tablespoons. And of course, if you've got fresh limes, by all means, use that. It's a little difficult right now getting all the fresh ingredients I like without having to travel to 3 to 4 different places. So I'm forced to use the bottle stuff, but it's pretty damn good. So let's see how that goes. So a tablespoon's that going in, about 1.5 cloves of minced garlic. I'm going to be putting that in right now. 1.5 cloves of minced garlic going in. That's about what I like. Again, you can do this stuff to flavor, to taste, however you like it. But these measurements are pretty good for a tasty meal. All right, after the garlic's going in, I'm going to go in with about 2.5 tablespoons of orange juice. So I'm getting that out right now. 2.5 tablespoons of orange juice. With without pulp is fine. I like the pulp. Adds a little texture. All right. Okay, that's in there. Now I'm going to be putting in about 1 teaspoon of the chopped cilantro. Couldn't get fresh cilantro. I did look for it. If you're using fresh cilantro, you would probably use about 1/3 cup. In my case, I'm going to be using about 1 teaspoon of the bottles. So hang on one second. Let me just do a quick clean here. Yeah, fresh is always nice, but we're kind of in mixed seasons now, as we've left the summer behind and we're well into the fall. So I'm going to go with about 1 teaspoon of that. Yeah, that's good enough. Got that in there. We're following that up now with salt and pepper. Going to be using about 1/8 teaspoon of each. Again, I'm just putting it, basically just a little taste. There goes the pepper. And comes my salt. All right, that's in. And we're going to follow that up now with about 1 ounce of vegetable oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use any other vegetable oil you like. That's going in. It's about 1/8 cup or 1 ounce. All right, you've got that in there. And now I have minced up a ½ of a jalapeno. Okay, I've minced that up, ½ a jalapeno. That's going in there now. All right, that's in there. And we will go with about 2/3 of a tablespoon of white vinegar. You can also use wine vinegar if you like. I'm going to go with about 2/3 of a tablespoon. There we go. What's in there? And that's good enough for our ingredients. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to close up this bag and give this a good mixture first. And just get it kind of mixed around there. Okay. And now I'm going to put in our skirt steak. Get that down there so I can get my hands on it. There's our skirt steak here. All right. Throw that in there, like so. And now we're going to leave some air in there for the moment, and we're going to give that a good mix. Okay. Now once I feel that's got a decent mix, I'm going to open it back up a little bit, squeeze the air out, and try to make sure that the marinade liquid is in contact with all of that steak. All right. And now, I'm going to open this up and carefully squeeze the air out, making sure I don't squeeze the liquid out. There we go. Alrighty. And now, we've got that in contact with the entire deal. I'm now going to plate this and stick it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. So I will see you tomorrow afternoon. All right, through the miracle of time-lapse photography, 24 hours have gone by. We now have our steak, our carne asada, now that it's been marinating for 24 hours. I've got the barbecue here at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to place this on there right now. There we go. Looking good. All right. As you see, it's going to sit on there. 450. I don't think it's going to take long. Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, but we'll see. We'll be back as soon as we get close. All right, as you can see, the steak's moving along very nicely. We're going to give it a flip. That won't take long, maybe another minute. All right. I think I could say that I think this is just about done. And I'm going to take it off right now. Alrighty. And we'll head back inside and we'll cut it up. Alright, we're going to give it a slice now. The grain, as you know, goes this way. So we'll be cutting against the grain this way. Alright. Let's take a look, see. There we are. All right, I think it's looking pretty good. And now you can do whatever you want with this meat, of course. You can then continue to cube it up. You can put it in fajitas or tacos or whatever you think is the way you wish to use it. I'm going to use it today as an actual entree. After we finish slicing up here, I'm going to be setting up to make a Spanish rice and beans dish, which we'll record. So we'll just finish this up here, and when we come back, we'll begin the process to make the rice and beans. Okay, as you see, the steak, as we mentioned, is cut up. We're going to start making the Mexican-style rice and beans. If you look down here quickly, all the ingredients are laid out. As always, I won't go through them. They're all on the channel for your information. So we're going to start here by sauteing the garlic. We always start with our garlic, so Regina will move into position for that. I've on medium heat, I've heated about a tablespoon and a half or so of olive oil, and I'm putting in my garlic. And we're just going to saute that around for about 30 seconds. You know, just until it gets fragrant. You don't want to burn it, of course. Now we're going to be following this up now with the onions, the carrots, the 2 bell peppers, and all the spices. That will be going in momentarily. Okay. I think I can smell it. Can you smell it?
Yep.
You can't breathe. You can't smell anything. Okay, in go the onions. Already, onions gone in there. Get that a little stirred up. I like a lot of onions. This is probably a little bit more than what I have on the recipe, that's your call. But if you want to just match the original recipe, then just use what you see on the channel. All right, let that get started a little bit. I'm working at around medium heat. Keep an eye on it. As you know, the olive oil will start to smoke and burn if you push it too much. And you don't really need to go crazy. These things will soften down, you know. You're kind of just sweating them at the moment. Like that. A lot of excitement here today. We all got brand new phones. And as always with brand new phones, they keep probably, they bet you they must keep at least 2% the same. Right? 98% of it is all different. They love moving buttons around, changing things. So a lot of excitement trying to get that running. The fact that we've got this video going is quite the accomplishment. All right, going in next are the carrots. These are all diced. Diced carrots in there. Give that a good stir. I love a good Spanish style rice, you know, with those wonderful spices that we all associate with that culture's food. All right, I'll let that go a little bit. All right, that looking good. I'm going to put in now, I have two different kind of bell peppers. I would have preferred red and green. Didn't have any green, but I got red and orange. So I'm putting in red and orange. I probably have here more than I need. Again, the quantities are on the site.
I can put those in my salad.
Okay. Needless to say, if anybody's been following us for any length of time, you know that this meal here, including the steak, Regina will only smell. That's about as close as it'll get to her eating it.
That's it.
Now, let that cook around a little bit. This is colorful, when you say. We're going to be following this up with the spices. I've already mixed them together. You know, you'll see again the spices is a combination of cumin, paprika, black pepper, and a little turmeric. I just put those all together in one little bowl, so you wouldn't have to see me measuring them. All right, going in now, as I said, is the spices. They came out very nicely. Give that a nice, it's going to pick up a nice aroma shortly. And those wonderful spices. Just looking around to make sure I got everything mixed in there nicely. Alrighty. Just give that a moment. Next, I'll be putting in is a mixture of tomato paste and water. All right, paste, of course, designed to thicken it up a little bit and also give you a little tomato background. I've already mixed it up. Tomato paste and water. That's going in next. We can get a little more in there. There we go. It certainly smells good. All right, we're going to be following this up now with a long grain rice. This is not instant rice. This is the rice that usually takes, 15, 20 minutes to cook. Again, I'm making this for myself. You can scale this up proportionally as you need. All right. So I'm going to throw the rice in right now. I'm going to pat it down a little bit and try to get it a little toasty. Going to let that sit in there for a while. I'll pat it down a bit. And what we're going to add to this now is a little boiling water. Okay, I'm adding about a quarter of a cup of boiling water to this.
It's boiling.
Okay, that's good. You gonna open it?
Oh, you do it? Okay. Sure.
All right. Before I put that in, I'm just going to add a little salt, about a quarter of a teaspoon. Not much at all. And on top of that, in goes the water. Give that a stir. And then we're going to cover this and simmer it for about 20-25 minutes until the water's absorbed and the rice is cooked. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, the 20-something minutes have gone by. The rice looks very nice. And it's fragrant. So I would say that we're ready almost for the last step here. At this point, I'm going to add about a half a cup of already cooked red beans. All right, these have been washed. Okay.
Oh.
No, that was just water. Sorry. Okay. Mix that up there. And again, these kind of things are really up to you. If you like a lot of beans, add more. If you don't want that much, but it is a rice and beans dish, so. All right, and with that, I'm going to add a nice amount of parsley. Get that all stirred in there. And we'll be about ready to plate. Let's get that good mix going here. What do you think, babe? Smell good?
Very good.
You sure you can actually smell it?
I can smell it.
Alrighty. I'm going to bring this over to the dish, and we're going to plate it next to the Carne Asada beef. Alright.
That's a lot of rice, huh?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
again,
It's for two people.
it was a half a cup.
Yeah.
It's really not much less I can
Right.
mix. Okay. And we're going to give it a taste. Okay. Let's try the beef. Okay. A piece of beef, if I can get it on my fork. Very tender. Absolutely. And now, let us try the rice and beans. That's a delicious flavor. You have to say it's very good since you cooked it yourself, but it really is. Very tasty. So, there we go from the Instagram chef and Regina. We did a carne asada, and we did it with the Spanish style rice and beans. So, from both of us, thank you very much for watching us, and please ask your friends to join us. Really not much else I can say. We're still driving to that 1,000, a very difficult mark to get to, but we're moving right along. So Regina and I say good night
Good night.
and thank you so much for watching. Take care.